this season,
Yeah.
bro. Fuck.
All right, Caleb, when you're doing the chips, you got to hit mute. All
All
right?
right.
Okay.
All right.
That being said, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Vinny's Corner. I'm your host, Vinny. I got the crew here with me, my boy Caleb. We got Cove. The Cove. You know what? I like the Cove files. This pleases me, Cove. Thank you. And then we've got my guy Showtime here.
What's good?
So this week is a big week in sports because, well, for a few reasons, right? The March Madness tournament, the Final Four is this weekend. We are in the home stretch for NHL, and we're in the home stretch for NBA, and we're in the second week of MLB. So it's a pretty jam-packed week. There's a lot going on. So I guess kind of just like as a good place to just start out, as you guys know, we always have my guy Cove bring some questions to the table. Showtime is going to have a NBA power ranking for going into the playoffs, right? We're almost there.
I have like a rough top 10, yeah.
Can I get my opinion after he hear about his prediction?
And then we'll get predictions from everybody here on the Final Four. And then of course I'm gonna grill Cove on some NHL stuff, and he's gonna grill us on questions as well. So without further ado, everybody, why don't we just jump right in here with the NBA? Because this is what I've been thinking about the most. And so to preface, I'm a Knicks fan. We are the number 3 team in the Eastern Conference at this point. Our last 3 games, we have played playoff teams, and we have lost all 3 of those games by double digits, which means that I don't expect my Knicks to be in Showtime's top 5, but maybe they'll make the top 10. All right, take it away, brother.
You telling me you're not going to worry about the Celtics right now?
The Celtics, let's let him go. He'll place them right, I'm sure.
All right. 1 and 2 are switchable. OKC, San Antonio. And that's pretty much, the consensus. They're the title favorites. There's no
100%.
There's no denying that. Pretty much.
Basically, the only people who beat them are each other, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, my daughter just pulled up. Hey, girl. Okay.
Behind them, I would have the Celtics. I think they're the most dangerous team behind them.
Okay. And so, hold on. Pause. We're going to stop there. So, Cove, you brought something to the table. Now we're going to address it, right? So now the Celtics were supposed to be on the back burner this season because we had Jason Tatum blow out his Achilles. Don't mind that, guys. That's my daughter. She's getting ready to go out with her mom. So with that being said, right, it was supposed to be an off year for them. We weren't sure if we were going to see Tatum unless there was a need to see Tatum, which there obviously is. Now Showtime just highlighted something big. He called them the number 3 team in the NBA behind the 2 teams in the West who are the most dominant. So why do you think, here, let me start this way. Would they be the number 3 team if Cade Cunningham was healthy?
I think they still would. Yeah, I think so.
All right. Now, why?
This is no diss to the Pistons. I just think they're going to struggle to score in the playoffs. I really think they will. Because you shut down Cade, and he can have off games, they're going to struggle to score, period. We've seen that in the regular season, too.
Okay.
I mean, their defense can keep them in games, but I don't know. If it's not Cade, I don't know who I trust to score.
Okay, and so now, right? They've had some guys kind of stepping up in his absence. I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
We know that they think he might make it back this playoff.
I think he will. It's just a matter of when.
All right. So now, before we go too far, let's get back. So we got through. So our top 3: San Antonio, OKC, and
Boston.
The Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Number 4?
I would, I have a few teams right there. It's hard to rank. I would probably say Denver is hard to rank. Houston is hard to rank. LA is hard to rank. I would have all those teams right there. Those, 3 to 5 in the West. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough.
Okay,
And I would have the
wait.
Pistons somewhere in that range too.
All right, so top 3 teams. So after the Celtics, the next 3 teams, the 4 through 6.
Yeah, is
Okay, so give me who you
pretty
think your
tough.
4 through 6 is. Say that again.
Lakers, Nuggets, and Pistons. Not in order.
Okay, Lakers, Nuggets, Pistons. Now,
Not in order.
I think okay, so that's a good top 6. So let's just keep
Yeah.
rolling through it now. Let's go to 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just run right with
I
it.
would say I don't trust the Rockets too much in the playoffs. I would have them in my top 10. I would say probably Minnesota. I don't know. Like Minnesota is very inconsistent. I would probably have them in the top 10 just because they tend to turn things up in the playoffs. Edwards is a superstar. They have, pretty good defense, good role players.
Oh, bro.
They just seem to always live up to the hype of the playoffs. Like they beat the Lakers last year, and I think they could again. I really do.
All right. So I guess here's it's hard to argue with what you're saying right now. Like as an NBA fan, I think you're pretty spot on right now.
Oh, I have the Cavs in my top 10 too. So there's another one. That's pretty much like my top 10.
Okay, so your Eastern contenders, the Pistons, the Celtics, and the Cavs.
Knicks. And the Knicks too. Yeah. I would say the Knicks too, just because they have chemistry and they can turn it on in the playoffs, even though they do have a tendency of falling short. Like that's no diss, but it's just reality.
Well, yeah, so it's what's hard for me, I guess, as a Knicks fan is that it feels like we got a different coach and the team appears to have regressed.
Yeah, that's everyone wanted Tibbs gone because he was, playing the starters too many minutes, right? And that's a big injury risk. And you guys got hurt in the playoffs, and Brunson was banged up, Hart was banged up, all these guys were tired. That's what ended up bouncing you guys from the Pacers series. Not saying that the Pacers weren't good, it's just it could have gone 7.
I guess so. Do you feel as though the Knicks were upgraded at coach this offseason?
It's really hard to say. It is really, really hard to say.
This is where I guess this is why I'm having such a hard time. Is just as a Knicks fan, it feels like the team has regressed. Now, I'm okay with us being. I think we're still a top 10 team in the league.
Yeah,
it's very iffy. Any team that's borderline or below 500, we smoke them out completely.
Right.
We'll beat all of them. But now we have to look at the teams in front of us, not the teams behind us, right?
Yep.
I
mean, you guys had that nice win over the Spurs. That was a pretty nice blowout. But everything else that's been. I mean, it hasn't. You guys haven't been bad versus good competition. It's just you guys haven't been able to get over the hump sometimes,
Our only good win in the month of March was against the Spurs.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Like you guys were right there with OKC the other night.
Okay. So all right, so now Cole, let me ask, right? So you generally have, I think you probably have a few NBA questions that we could piggyback right off of his power rank. So let's just roll right into it then. Let's do it.
So, with the playoffs approaching, which team is the most dangerous lower seed right now that nobody wants to face?
Charlotte. I will say Charlotte.
It's definitely in the East. Hear me out. I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs, but I was going to say Atlanta.
Yeah.
Aren't they a 5th seed right now? Yeah, that is a lower seed. Okay, they could.
Can I come in?
What do you think, Caleb?
Lowest in the the Western Conference. They're in the play-in right now, and I think they're going to take one or two games from the top seed, and that is the Portland Trailblazers. Which I think they're going to do it. They're going to pull up one or two games in the first round, but they're going to get eliminated.
Okay, well that's fair. I get okay. So we got which team is like the most? Which team is like the team you would focus on? Like, I almost feel like Charlotte's a good pick because like
It is, yeah.
like we don't even
They're
talk about
they're a
them.
pretty complete team, I would say.
It's actually like the way that like the way that
Charlotte
LaMelo
can shoot up and past the Raptors.
Exactly. Yeah.
but like Knipple and LaMelo Ball have played really well together.
Yeah.
Probably like more so than I think I would have expected. So I think that's probably the right choice. All right. What's the next one? You got,
I'll throw one more out there. This is just
Okay.
a shot in the dark. Golden State with Steph healthy because he's supposed to be back soon. You cannot count them out because Steph can be a one-man show, and Porzingis has been pretty good since he got to Golden State. If they are healthy, they could take some games from the top seeds.
I'll say
I've been like, call me delusional. I've seen some good stuff from Porzingis.
So guys, so you guys know, even though Showtime is really a Heat fan, he's also
I'm a Steph fan.
Golden
also.
State homer
yeah,
too.
I'm a Steph fan too. Yeah.
Yeah. So just so you guys know, but
yeah.
With that being said, I think you're right because like Porzingis has been good, but like the team with Draymond Green as their leader has been playing decent basketball.
It really has. They haven't been blown out a lot of games. Like they stay in most games.
It's been like it's been kind of interesting
weird.
and like
it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
That's
weird. That's the way to say it. All right, what's the next one, Cole? What we got?
So I looked it up tonight, but there's 11 days left. So has the MVP race already been decided, or will someone have a late push in the next 11 days?
I will say it's a 3-man race, but it's very much up in the air. Between Luka, Wemby, SGA. I think that's the consensus.
So here's an interesting thing. Last week, Wemby's odds to win were like plus 2,000. After he came out the other day at that press conference and he made the whole statement, kind of like highlighting how like they don't focus on defense and like it was all over ESPN, this whole little like speech that he had given, right? But after that happened, his odds literally in the last like 4 or 5 days have dropped to like plus 200.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's much closer in the favorite. But yeah, so to me, it's Wemby, SGA. Now, Showtime, is your third person Luka?
I would have them all
Or Jokic?
three, and I would have Luka and SGA at the top. Honestly, like I just think they're so consistent on a game-to-game basis. But as of right now, if I really had to pick an MVP, I would say Luka with the way he's been playing. Like he's been a big part of why the Lakers have been so good.
Well, so like he's been surprisingly. He has not been. Let me say it this way: he has not been good per se on defense, but he's been not bad, and that's created a few steal opportunities.
Yes, you see the effort. There's that.
Yeah,
it's not that he just doesn't care. Yep.
For me, it's SGA, but I understand the Wemby.
No, I understand SGA too. And if you were to say throughout the whole season, I would give it to SGA. He's the most consistent.
What
do you think, Caleb?
I'm giving it to Luka. He's been playing very solid, and I gotta say, do not quote me on it, but I'm going to become I think I'm getting close to be a Lakers fan, and I want Luka to win MVP over SGA and Jokic and Wemby.
Which is another good one.
There's another one, Jokic. But he's
tricky because of like the time off or whatever. But like the guy averages a triple double.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even bet on Jokic anymore because like the numbers are so bad. Like, you know what I tried to do the other day? I tried to go and pick like 25 point. I tried to make a triple double, but doing it myself because like his triple double odds are like minus 180. Like it's not even like, you know what I mean? It's like a whatever.
It's a given. Like they don't even let you bet for triple double.
Yeah, it's like listen, it's if you're not going to put down like $300, $400, $500 on the bet, it's kind of useless. And you know, I'm making like a $50 bet. You know, I'm chilling. So, okay, Cove. Next up.
Which contender has the biggest flaw that could be exposed in a 7-game series?
I'll say this again: the Pistons. I already said about it, but I'll just reiterate it.
I think the Pistons are going to end up and probably because of not having Cater, even if he comes back, like you don't know, you can't just like your lung can't collapse.
Yeah.
Then 2 weeks later, you're doing full blown sprints.
Yeah, he can't. He won't be at 100% when he first.
You know what I'm saying? So like, sure. I think they're going to be. They might even be a first round exit if I'm being completely honest. Okay.
I'm very skeptical about them.
Yeah. I'm on board with that. I think now. I don't know that this is a flaw, but this season, Wembanyama's health has been great. Excellent.
Yes.
But like he had issues with blood clots and everything last year. Yeah. So like I'm just wondering if like we're gonna have a concern with him running too many minutes through the playoffs.
And he's been limited minutes wise all season. So and teams are gonna be way more physical with him in the playoffs, and that takes up way more energy. So
that's a fact, right? And like and I don't know. I think that they're not the team yet, but I think they're ahead of schedule.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
And that's why I have OKC, still ahead of them because they just have no flaw. Period.
Yeah. All right, what we got, Cove? Is that it for NBA?
No, because we talked about the Hornets. Are the play-in teams actually competitive or just delaying the inevitable by a first-round exit?
I think they're competitive. For sure.
Absolutely. This season they're competitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically in the West.
Yeah. I'll piggyback on the East. I know the Heat are very inconsistent. The Heat, they can score with pretty much any team. Their defense holds up in the playoffs. They can make a little bit of noise. I'm not saying a big run, but they can make noise.
Listen, I don't know how a series goes for like a Charlotte, right? But Charlotte and Miami are teams that can go out there and individually beat any of the teams, and I just don't know that they can win a series.
They can score with any team, both of them. But that's the thing.
What they might do, what those teams could end up being in the playoffs is teams that drive, right? So say like a Knicks. Yeah. Right, plays one of these teams and gets taken to a 7-game series, and then has to play, Boston or one of those teams next.
Yeah,
and you're cooked.
People,
that's what I feel like.
You can't take those teams lightly. That's pretty much what you're saying, right?
I feel like they'll take someone deep in the first round, and because of that team in the next round will end up losing.
Yeah.
Well, like you were just saying, because just kind of waiting for you guys to talk about both teams, but like you said with the Heat, right? Boston dropped 53 on them in the first quarter tonight, and they're only down by like 12.
See, they can play defense. They can score with any team. I've been saying this all season.
Boston dropped 53 in the first, and then it was up by 20, and it's like now it's barely a 12-point game.
Yep.
53 in the first?
Yeah, that's wild.
And they're only down by 12?
No, and it's in Miami too, which is embarrassing. But
but that means that they scored over 40 points in the first.
Inconsistent.
No, it was 53-33, so they were down by 20.
Yeah.
Oh, 53-33. Okay.
Yeah.
Like 33 points in a first quarter is good. 55 is just amazing.
Yeah. So you think, but see the trajectory of that, right? The Celtics had 53 in the first, and then now they're just slowing down, and Miami's picking up.
Yep. And a lot of times it's
because a 20-point lead, you can hold that forever. Yeah. But now it's only like a 12-point game. at the end of the
And
third.
one thing I'll add on to that is a lot of times the Heat will have a faster start, and then they'll just collapse, in the third or fourth quarter. So I'm just
Well, the
saying
Knicks are
it's a matter of
notoriously-
playing a game consistently
Yeah.
for 48 minutes.
And
That's
listen,
So yeah,
this
it's
is
official.
kinda
It's,
like
10. They're down by 10 at the end of the third.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that hurts teams like the Knicks, right? Because they don't have like a bench set up the right way.
Mhm.
They're not running guys. So we come out the first half, we're awesome. Then the third quarter, we lose games completely. We lose whole games in the third quarter.
And this is you're talking just like how I feel about the Heat, brother. That's
Like
exactly how I feel.
And listen, if you look at the teams that have a bench built the right way, right?
Yeah.
There's periods where Wemby is going to sit. There's periods where Jokic is going to sit, where guys are going to go out. The other team's going to score some points, but they're not in like trouble and their guys are getting rest. It doesn't lead to a collapse. When you have your guys running so many minutes every game, it's just, I don't know, it's tough. I think we're doing better with it on the Knicks, but like we don't have a good bench, really. So
I mean, the Heat have a good bench. It's just the lineups are very inconsistent. Like it's weird. It's weird. And that's all I can say. It's weird.
it's fair.
So the only last one I have for NBA is which team has the most pressure to win it this year? But if they don't, and what happens if they don't?
Pressure.
Okay,
Would you
so this
say
is like
the Lakers have pressure? I mean, I don't know.
Not really.
I really don't.
From
Like you said, Lakers, right? So LeBron gets in the playoffs, blows it. Does he finally retire? Like,
Yeah, that's why
LeBron
I'm
can stay
iffy about
forever.
it. It's hard to say who has the most pressure. It really does.
I mean, listen, it feels like OKC.
No pressure. I would
Like-
say they have no pressure. I would say.
I feel like they're supposed to, like the way that
Yeah,
all signs lead to back to back.
exactly.
Yeah.
But there's no pressure for them if they don't.
I guess that's fair. Nothing's gonna if they don't win it all.
If they don't,
nothing will-
no one's gonna change their
Yeah.
opinion of them. I feel like.
if the Knicks don't win this season, I anticipate Mike Brown getting fired one and done.
Yeah. So backing that up, they probably have the most pressure in the playoffs.
Well,
They have
and,
the
like-
most to pressure and to prove. There.
When your coach takes you to the Eastern Conference Final and then you fire him and hire a new coach, right? That new coach, the only thing for them is the finals or bust, right? So like,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go with the Knicks. And
Yeah, for sure.
people were hurt this season. The East was what it was. All the pressures. If the Knicks don't make this happen, then you know what? Like
Yeah.
we'll take another 50 years.
Period. Yep.
Vince is still riding the Cinderella Cup from the fall.
Okay, moving right along. So, just let's keep it real quick with basketball.
Right.
And just everybody just we'll just go around the horn. We'll start with Caleb. Give us your picks for the Final Four, the 2 games this weekend.
Let me look at the schedule.
UConn, Illinois, and
UConn, Illinois. Okay, I got you. Oh my God. I want UConn to lose because they beat the Duke, and they were one of my picks to go to the championship. So I want UConn to lose. So I'm going with Illinois and Michigan.
Illinois. You know what? And you know what's actually sick? Those are really, really good picks.
Yeah.
No, you can't really go wrong here.
Yeah, I go
Illinois.
wrong.
I like the Illinois pick.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got? Redacted code files version 2.0.
I got UConn for sure. Let me look at my bracket here. I'm gonna say UConn versus Arizona.
I like that pick. I like that a lot. Showtime, you're up.
I've been debating about this. These are gonna be really, really tight games. Like I think AZ is still the favorite, but last week was a scare for them. Give me Illinois and Arizona.
Illinois.
Yep.
Yo, Illinois, that would be an awesome championship.
Yep.
So I've been like I got kind of keyed in onto the whole Illinois thing like late in the season, but like that, like the fact that they just have like a whole Eastern European basketball team balling out over there in Illinois is dope. The Vitches, as they call them.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So for me, so just so everybody knows, in my bracket, as Showtime can attest to, I picked Florida to win it all, and they're not there at all. You know what? I like the Illinois pick too. I'm gonna go with Showtime on this. I think Illinois, Arizona is a good one. I feel like everyone thinks Michigan is gonna win, and they're gonna blow it.
You see, the hardest pick for me was Arizona and Michigan. I feel like those are the best two teams left in the tournament.
They are.
That's pretty much the national championship there, I would say.
Yes and no. Like
that's my opinion.
But listen, at this point, like, can you really count out? Let's just say UConn makes it. Can you count out a Dan Hurley?
No. I don't count them out. I'm just saying. I think Michigan. Whoever wins between those two teams pretty much wins.
You're counting the other ones out.
Yeah, I am. But that's no disrespect.
It's totally fair. Michigan is so big. That was my whole issue. Is just that, like, I watched them on the court, and I'm like, the way they've been blowing everybody out through this tournament, it's been kind of disgusting. But Arizona has just been
has the same size that Michigan has. Yep, and they can match up.
Yeah, that's their big key is their size. But Arizona's got size too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. You're right there. But it'll be interesting. All right. Yeah. So that's what we're giving. Those are our picks for NCAA March Madness tournament this weekend. Next up, NHL. Cove.
Yeah.
Cove, before you ask us questions, do you want to give us kind of like a Cove power ranking, an updated one for the 11 days out from the playoffs?
Oh, that's the NBA. Wow. The NHL is 16 days out.
16 days out.
Yeah, they're finishing on the 16th, so 4 days after the NBA.
Okay. Very smart, very smart by the powers that be.
But that's probably because of the Olympic break. The Olympic break is longer than the All-Star break, so it pushed the schedule a little more ahead.
Well, that's good though, right? Because hopefully what it means is that the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals will be 1 week back to back.
Yeah, and that's retrospective. If it's unless you get a lot of sweeps, right? Then it might be a lot, maybe a greater than a week at some point.
Well, the Stanley, I mean, all these things, right? Like an NBA Finals is a 2-week affair now. Maybe 3, depending on how all these things. They've made all of them very long, so we know that.
But I think what they're going to try to do is have the NBA, most of the NBA Finals, kind of happening with, and then the NHL kind of like ends it. Like they're trying to separate it a little bit. Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. That 4 or 5 day gap is huge. The 11th to the 16th changes the whole dynamic.
Yeah, because once the NHL finishes, that's when the play-ins happen for the NBA. So the play-ins coming right away. But that's because there's play-ins, but NHL doesn't have play-ins, so they'll be starting 2 or 3 days later. So they'll be playing right on time with the NBA once they get to that past the play-ins.
Okay,
it'll be exactly the same.
All right. So without further ado, Cove. So guys, if you don't know, if this is like your first time listening to the guys here at Vinny's Corner, Cove is Canadian, and as you know, Canada's national sport is hockey. So Cove's power ranking should be like more official, right?
Just a little.
What we got, Cove?
You're all gonna hate this one, whoever watches it. I'm gonna take the Colorado Avalanche and take them right out of the 5. They're not in top 5.
Okay. All right. So real quick, before we get into the top 5 now, can you just I guess because everyone's gonna expect they're probably the best team all season so far. Why are they not in the top 5? What's been going on this last few weeks?
They just lost Makar, and Makar's going to be out for a minute. So, Makar's they're going to lose that defense, and they're going to slip a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. So what happened to Cale Makar?
I didn't read the full details of what happened to him. They said that he'll be out significant time, but that could be a week. And that week, that could be crucial games that they need to lock in the number one. So that could drop them drastically to a 2 and play against a team that's been playing better against them than beating the number one.
Okay. All right. Listen, that's totally fair. And nothing wrong with that.
I mean, they're losing
right now to Vancouver.
There's only 8 points separating them and Dallas. So Dallas gets those 4 or 5 wins, that they could be right there with Colorado and knock them out of the number one.
So, you've been saying this, you've been kind of touching on this team all year and saying like, wait, like, kind of cool off because we're going to get to that point in the year. And like these teams usually end up being the teams that don't win. So that makes like, I hear you loud and clear. Now we're there and we're starting to see a little bit of that. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I mean, I told you for the last 6 weeks, Colorado was going downhill and everyone's like, no, Colorado. They're 30-3 at one point. Now they're just dipping downwards. So like, and now they got major injuries. It just kind of plays with it.
Well, it's
kind
definitely
like Detroit. Like Detroit is the top 3 team for points in NBA, but Showtime put them way down there because of like the Cunningham thing and whatnot. And it's one of their key players is gone. Same thing.
They just had a little stretch like a week or 2 ago where they lost 4 out of their last 5. They lost 4 out of 5 games.
Yeah,
actually. So, this isn't crazy. Okay, so
yeah. So I mean, I got the Sabres still. Like, I mean, the Sabres got 100 points. When's the last time we ever heard about the Sabres with a 100-point season?
The Sabres, they've been out of relevance for, it feels like, for a long time. Like you just haven't heard them be talked about almost at all. So like this is
98, 98 when they lost the Stanley Cup Finals because Brett Hall kicked the puck in.
It's been that long, huh? 98. Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, I have the Sabres at 1. Carolina is always going to be 2 at this moment because the way Bussy's playing, like he's playing phenomenal coming into the league. So that's the 1, 2, and they're both out of the East. Dallas, I got at 3. Minnesota sneaking up at 4, and then I got Tampa at 5.
So, Minnesota, this came up today. Our guy, Boston Cashews, had put up a post about what team had never played in a Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Wild have never been in the final, huh?
They barely have been in the playoffs.
Basically. Crazy. Wow. I don't really like, hockey's like no offense to hockey fans everywhere. We love hockey, but like, it just gets less focused in America than
but you still remember that the Nashville Predators were in the Stanley Cup final, and no one ever remembers that, even though they were.
Yeah, you're right. But so it's kind of interesting. All right, so now you've got
that was an interesting back-to-back. You had Nashville 1 year, and then San Jose Sharks like right after them. You're like,
now let me ask you. So we know the Panthers are out of the picture. We don't have to look for that to happen. So that's out. Is this like a realistic season that you could see the resurgence of Vasilevsky and Tampa Bay getting back to the finals?
Nope. I've already put my money on Carolina coming out of the East with Bussy.
You think Carolina? It's finally their time.
I think Bussy can get him the win, and once you get that win in the Eastern Conference Finals, I can see Carolina get right through that. They just need that one win.
I mean, listen, I got nothing. I got nothing against this. This is and so
Bussy gives me the Jonathan Quick feel when it's coming into the playoffs. He's got me that on that Cinderella run.
He's been very good for them this season.
Yeah,
he has, if I wouldn't expect to necessarily see it, but like they also have Kochetkov and Anderson as like backups if they needed them. So like
Oh yeah,
They
no,
have
I get
options
that.
there if
But, I
he
mean,
wasn't ready in the playoffs, but he looks good.
if you look in the last 15, 16 years, you got Corey Crawford did it, then Jonathan Quick did it, then Jordan Binnington did it. There's been numerous guys who have come in hot like this and taken them right to the cup, and you wouldn't expect them to be there.
I mean, listen, this would be a great story.
Oh, I can't forget about Matt Murray. Matt Murray, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah, listen, man, you know better than I do. I like this pick though. You know, it would be cool to see Sebastian Aho finally get there. You know, like you see certain like he's just he's been so consistent for them for so long now. You know, and they always fall just short. So that would be cool.
I want to just, despite that Frederick Anderson, even though despite injury, who's been sitting there like basically on the LTR, I would love to see him get a cup because then he can take it back to Toronto and go, yeah, you guys got rid of me, and just show a ring.
Oh, dude, you know, I mean, that's just like I feel like that's just going to be the case for Canadian hockey teams, though. Guys going back to say screw you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
No, but former Maple Leafs who win it, they just love to go back to Toronto and be like, "Oh, look what I got without you." Like,
all right,
because Anderson was the guy who they thought in the last 10 years was going to bring them Toronto to Stanley Cup final.
So listen, it's that time of day for me. Like my mind, I'm thinking Major League Baseball. So we had games early today. I'll be honest, guys. I've been watching. I woke up this morning. This is what I did. The 9:30 games. I guess they're 12:35 for you guys. 9:35 here. I placed a parlay on those games. Then the 10:15 games, I placed a parlay on those. I was so dialed into baseball all day. I was like, wow, I can't wait to get there tonight and talk about baseball.
Awesome.
And so I'm not going to rile up Caleb, but I'm going to rile up Caleb. And so what that means, this is what I wanted to touch on. What's going on with Cal Raleigh?
What?
So we had the whole World Baseball
Cold right
Classic.
now. There's nothing wrong with him. He's cold right now. He ain't warmed up. Don't worry. He's gonna warm up very soon.
Slow starts
Listen,
happen. I'm gonna just say that.
James Cove, he's batting 143. He batted 0 for 0 in the World Baseball Classic before that. Like, what's going on with this guy? I don't know, man. This is one of the coldest starts we've seen.
The expectations got to him, probably.
This is my thing, right? And this is exactly it. I expect that he is a consistent 30 home run hitting kind of guy that hits like 245, 250, and that's who he is. Last season,
it the bar, and I feel like that's getting to him.
Right, and that's what I think he's good, but I'm not sure that
he'll be fine.
I don't think he's like he's just gonna zone himself back in. You know,
he's one of the best catchers in baseball, but he's not an MVP candidate.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is. That's pretty much what it is.
Listen, Cove, how many catchers win MVP?
Not that often.
Not many.
Very few. And so that, you know what I mean? That's totally.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with him being one of the best catchers in baseball. That's what the Mariners paid him to be. They didn't pay him to be an MVP.
Wasn't Posey the last guy to win MVP as a catcher?
I think it was, yeah.
Probably.
I think so.
And we're talking 2012.
So listen, so it's like a running back winning MVP. It's one of those things. It doesn't really happen these days.
Nope.
You know, so all right. So now, Cove, I'm sure you probably have some questions.
Yeah.
So let's get to it.
First thing, have you guys been watching Shohei?
He's in a funk. Bad.
Didn't he pitch today too?
Yeah, no, he pitched yesterday and he pitched amazing, but he's in a funk hitting wise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in a funk. I wouldn't make too much of it either. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's on his 37th straight game of hitting in the MLB.
37 straight game hitting?
Yep.
Yeah, on base, isn't it?
No, hitting
On base or hitting streak?
on
Oh
base.
wow.
He's been on base 48 of the 49 games.
Okay. Wow.
So
okay.
he's
So
on the
he's at
streak
least
right
getting
now.
one hit a game.
Yeah. I mean, if he's still getting hits, the extra bases and the homers will come. I
Yeah.
say.
And he's also on a 22 and a half inning scoreless streak against him.
Yeah.
So the two longest streaks right now are both owned by Shohei.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Batting and pitching.
maybe that will make somebody else in the National League feel like they can win the MVP.
Yeah,
this year.
if he just has a mediocre season by his standards.
But to ask a quick question, and we don't try to jinx guys trying to do this.
Right.
But he's at 37, right?
Yeah.
Can he get 56? Is it possible for Shohei to hit 56? He's done everything else. Like, could he do a 56?
You can't say anything is not possible with him. Like, you can't. Like, that's just how unhuman he is.
Yeah.
I've already.
Is that a little bit too much to ask? Probably. I would say. I don't think he gets it.
Listen,
no. But what if he did though?
Old,
what if Shohei got the 56 somewhere? Like maybe not this year, but somewhere.
That's just adding on to his Hall of Fame case.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say. Babe Ruth played almost 100 years ago, right?
Yeah.
People still talk about how Babe Ruth might be the greatest player to ever live.
Yeah.
In 100 years, people are going to not talk about Babe Ruth. They're going to be like, Shohei Ohtani is the greatest player to ever live. That is his trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest of all time.
And quickly before I do ask questions, did you guys see it in the chat where I throw it in there? The Milwaukee lone call?
It's crazy. And I saw that yesterday, and CB Buckner is
looking at home plate.
CB Buckner is awful. He is awful. He's Angel Hernandez on crack.
Isn't he the same one where I forget who it was, hit his helmet and he was like, nope, he denied.
I think it was. I think it is.
This guy does not like to be wrong.
No, he doesn't.
Horribly wrong. Horribly wrong.
Bro, people, so that was like the biggest thing from a lot of people was about his reaction to being wrong.
Yeah.
Like, why is that even a story, bro? Like, you're not important. We're talking about baseball. It's
and you
crazy.
know what's even funnier about it is the fact that he was behind home plate today.
Yeah.
Like, you do that at first base. Oh, yeah, let's go be behind home plate.
You clearly don't see a guy touching a bag that everybody saw touch a bag.
Yo,
you're right beside it.
One thing I'll say is that when we were talking about ABS, Cove specifically, like before it happened, everyone, there was a lot of on the fence about it. I think that overwhelmingly, and you can tell by the fans too when the calls come in,
they like it.
So far, everyone loves ABS. It's
everyone
been great.
loves it. Yeah.
Because it's giving us the real game.
And some teams are
real calls.
Some teams have done better than not against them. There's been teams that have been good, mediocre, and bad.
Did you see that that the Orioles won today on an
ABS
I
saw it was on ABS.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny.
World Series on an ABS. It's I called that last week with Drama. I was like, I have a weird prediction that say a team's down 3-2, they're gonna win a game. They're gonna win a game 6 and force a 7 on an ABS challenge.
100%. That's the next thing coming.
I mean, that's very
It's
predictable. It is.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a game 7 called because of it. Yeah. But I think a game 6 is possible, like a come back into the series kind of thing, that someone's going to win a game on an ABS challenge to get back in the series.
It's definitely a good thing in my estimation so far, though.
There's talking about the Orioles. A funny thing was Derek Shelton being thrown out because he was mad at whatever at the ABS system. It was like that should have had me here. I was livid.
It's been a good start so far to the season.
So most of my questions are going to be more hypothetical because we're only 6 games in.
Yeah.
So after opening week, which team already looks like a legit World Series contender, not just hype?
I'm gonna say, oh my God, not Mariners, definitely not Mariners. Oh my God,
Yankees do.
The
I
Yankees,
hate to say it, but the
the
Yankees do.
Yankees, the
The
Yankees,
Yankees do. Period.
the Yankees. I gotta go with
I
the
was just
Yankees.
wondering if he was
for
going to say Miami with her 5-1 start.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't. Even
Yeah.
me being a Marlins fan, I wouldn't take it that far.
It would be cool if they made the playoffs.
Yeah,
Drama has that
there.
one. Remember that year Detroit started 5-0 and Travis was like, Detroit's gonna win it all. It's like, oh God.
You know, but that, you know, it would be good. Like, it would be good for baseball for the Marlins to make it back to the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yep.
I think.
I mean, Milwaukee's 5-1. Dodgers are 5-1.
They're
New
legit.
York's
Milwaukee's legit.
5-1.
Yeah.
But
But
Miami's
Milwaukee
5-1.
is so Cove and I and like Showtime, you may or may not have heard us talk about this in the past before you joined the show. But Milwaukee, in our estimation, they are like the Maple Leafs of baseball. Like, they just get to the first round of the playoffs and you just know they're gonna blow it.
Oh yeah, you know they're gonna flame out at some point, but they're always gonna do good in the regular season. Yep.
Yeah, they're a very good regular season team.
Yep, for sure. That's what being cheap, that's what being cheap does. That's the sad reality.
Dude, okay, so
yeah. So are the big market teams, Yankees, Dodgers, etc., already separating themselves again this year?
Yeah, I would say so.
Or is it too early?
It's early, yes, but I think they are.
You have a team like Milwaukee, right? And so this is actually what's interesting, specifically because you highlighted the market size on that. Milwaukee is the team who throws off that whole conversation.
Yeah.
Because during the regular season, they hang with the big market teams all year.
Yeah, you know, but they're still a small market team. But
but the reality is they just throw off the way it looks, because like really the big market teams, right? Like the Cubs, the Cubs are starting to come back into play now, right? Which is good for baseball as well. The San Francisco Giants, the Dodgers.
They had a rough series. Now they're, kind of finding their footing a bit.
Yeah. They just were not expecting Logan, and like it throws you off when your ace comes out game one and just gets cracked. You know what I mean? It threw off the whole team's mojo to start.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
And you could say the same with Skeens when he got cracked against the Mets.
Dude, they're just figuring themselves out right now too.
Yeah,
they look great today.
They are.
Yeah. So this one's gonna be very interesting, and I'm sure I'm gonna get different reactions from everybody on this one, especially from my side of it. But which young star, like a rookie, is about to have a breakout face of the league type season? Not be the face of the league, but having a really good season as a rookie.
Sal Stewart. I'll start right there. Sal Stewart.
Why? Okay. Expand. Why do you feel like Sal is the guy?
Sal, he's been, he got a late cup of coffee last year, mashed. And now he's already like in the middle of their lineup and he stays mashing. And he's a warrior too. Like, he took a line drive from Roman Anthony right to his hand. What did he do? Stayed in the game, played the next day.
I love Roman Anthony.
Yeah.
Which is so weird to say because he's a Red Sox.
He's a stud, but he's one that's off to a slow start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like a two-parter with this one because one guy did get called down, but if he comes back up, I think he's going to
Griffin.
Year. Yep.
I'm high on him. I like the kid.
Yeah, Connor Griffin is just insane. But it's the Pirates, man. The Pirates are. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to get this kid his shot or completely fuck it up. But this kid,
should.
19.
That's the thing.
This kid is 19, and this kid is a stud.
Yeah,
an absolute stud.
I mean, he has star potential, and he has a pretty safe floor too. Like, it's a complete player.
If you look at everything, he's a 5-star. He's 100% a 5-star, and they're putting him back down in the minors. It's like,
they probably just want him to see more minor league pitching, and it's another case of being cheap and wanting to mess with his
Yeah.
his contract situation.
Oh yeah, no. This guy is. There's only been two guys in since me and Vince have been around, basically the last 40 years, that have ever braced the MLB before the age of 20, and Bryce Harper is one of them.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, Bryce.
Yeah, but to say that this kid is going to be like a Bryce Harper coming in this league, just hot star. He's a 5-star. Like, it's amazing. But
what I think they'll do with Griffin is do the same thing that they did with Skeens. I think.
They'll
if
call Pittsburgh gets
around
off to
the
a
same
hot
time.
start, they'll bring him up.
Yeah.
But they need to bring this kid up. We need to see this talent. Like, he's
he's their shortstop, period.
Yeah. Every degree of where he's been, this kid has just been up here, like everything. Like,
I feel like if he didn't have a slow start to the spring, he would have had a better shot. But they kind of sent him down prematurely.
Wait, so who's playing shortstop instead?
It's a Nick Gonzalez or is it Triolo?
Yeah.
I think it's one of those. It's
Triolo.
Yeah,
I think it's one
I think
or
it
both.
is Triolo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I can understand
I
why they're going to Triolo like that, but I mean, this kid is just phenomenal. Like, he's just, but also he can play left though. I've heard he can play left field.
Hasn't he played center too?
Yeah. So he's a full, like I said, he's a 5-star. This kid can be placed anywhere and he can play. So if you need him in the outfield, you can put him in the outfield.
I mean, this is not. I mean, you see 5-tool put out there a lot, but the fact that he's doing it at this age and he progressed so fast through the minors, like
like this is Bobby Witt, this is Aaron Judge, this is every 5-star tool athlete has ever come. He
might not come to the majors and just be a star right from the get-go, but he'll be a good player.
Oh yes. The only other one, and I'm making a side joke because especially since Travis is not here. I go Kevin McGonkel. He's awesome. There's something about this kid that I just don't get it. I would have said Max Clark, but his chains are weighing him down. So.
Well, yeah, but
he's gonna have 40. Max Clark's gonna have 40 by the time we end the season.
He's another Alex Verdugo, huh?
Yeah. Dude. There was a video that was online I saw, and obviously everything's online, but it showed it was like all like the college athletes now, because everyone's getting paid. All of them just walking around with huge chains on now.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny.
Like I said, it's like Max Clark, his whole freaking neck is like 20 goddamn gold chains. Like, seriously, you don't need all that.
Speaking on rookies, JJ Weatherholt, pretty good start too. And he's been plugged right into their leadoff spot, so that's pretty cool.
What?
Now,
okay, so
I was going to say for the Wild one,
what rookie do you think is going to make like what rookie? Because now I'm trying to think about like rookies that might be on better teams. What rookie do you think is going to be able to make a real impact in the postseason this year?
Postseason.
Is there any contender with a rookie that's that good?
McGonagall. You could say McGonagall.
Yeah, I would say McGonagall. Like, if you get McGonagall to be consistent up in this league as much as he was in preseason, like,
for sure,
like that, he can be that bad.
I mean, if the Pirates make the playoffs, Bubba can be really good in the playoffs, I would say too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chandler. But yeah, it's just like Jesus. Like,
I
mean, that's
the Pirates be good.
Yeah. No, the Pirates aren't.
It would be good. I would be happy to see them good. I like O'Neal Cruz. He's a Dominican guy. I can get behind that.
I mean, the thing is a lot of people don't have. I don't think a lot of people I know that I've talked about the Pirates with are like, what do you mean? Arcel's on our team? Like, yeah, you got Ozuna. You picked up Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah,
that's a solid bat to pick up.
It is. I would say another one, probably Chase Burns. I know this is a pretty popular pick, and the Reds will most likely be I would say at worst a wild card team. So, and he's a really intriguing arm. So,
I like the Reds. I like what they've been doing the last couple of seasons.
Yep, for sure.
Let's see who else we got that's in here. They got Connor. Well, yeah, Connor's officially 20 now.
Connor is a pretty.
Connor Griffin, if he can get up.
Yeah.
Trey
Murakami, they won't make the playoffs.
We've talked about Trey Savage. You're
Yeah.
forgetting their events about Trey Savage being a rookie.
Murakami's been hitting some home runs already.
Yeah, he has. He had a cold series versus the Marlins though. But I don't expect that to, derail his season. It happens.
No, he's going to be another solid home run hitting Japanese guy for a long time in this league.
Yep. Okamoto, very good player.
Muramaki, no one's mentioned him.
Yeah,
he is considered a rookie, but I mean, you see what Muramaki can do.
I got a question. Showtime.
What's up?
Is Dominic from the Manic a rookie or not?
Canzone? No.
No?
Canzone, fucking Canzone.
No,
Let me just tell you.
No, Dominant. Brendan Dominant.
Oh, no. Donovan? No. He was just a new addition.
Okay, got you.
Listen,
Canzone's pretty fucking good. I like him a lot, man.
Yeah.
I put together a parlay this morning, obviously, right? A 6-leg parlay. All guys who have 0 RBIs this season, okay? In the Yankees game. And you know what happens? Fucking Canzone in the 9th inning gets a fucking ribby. I'm like, you bum. Blew my whole parlay. This guy's going to have one good hit the whole season. It happened today.
Now, I'm going to ask more Showtime because I'll bring up a name and see if he'll recognize him. But what about Joe Mack? Do you think there's a reason why they keep him down?
It very much puzzles me what they're thinking with him. It does. He has the highest floor out of any Marlins catcher right now in the organization. Like Liam Hicks is hitting well. Agustin Ramirez, he's a good offensive catcher. He's made improvements defensively. But I don't think his long-term home is at catcher. Like, that's pretty obvious.
But they also have him slated as a DH too.
Yeah, they do. And I think he should be a primary first base. They're just too... It's really hard to say. It's confusing. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
He should be the everyday catcher, pretty much, because he's that good defensively. He can hit home runs. I get his bat won't be the greatest, but
I don't know.
Ramirez struggles defensively. Joe Mack will be up in time, like around midseason. So it just depends on how Ramirez does defensively, like at the midseason point. I know he had a good first 2 series defensively. Now it's a matter of keeping that up.
The only other two, and Caleb might jump in for this one, but we got Chase DeLauder out of Cleveland.
Oh, yes.
He jumped in on the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then we got Cole Emerson.
I think he's the Mariners' shortstop of the future. Yep, for sure. And the Mariners showed that by extending him, before he even get called up. And that shows, how confident they are in him. You see Jackson Chourio getting extended before he got called up. What has he done? He's been pretty much a stud ever since he got called up. So, yeah, it seems like J.P. Crawford. He's like, it's his twilight years. He's a good defensive shortstop, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So before the last one, I'll just say like that's why I'm liking the Pirates, because if they can get Connor Griffin and Bubba up, and working well, Bubba's only 23, Connor's only 20. They have, Paul Skeens. They have Brian Reynolds. I mean, a lot of people don't love Brian Reynolds, but he's a great leader. He's been leading that shitty team for 20 years.
I mean, people forget about him because he had a down season by his standards last year, but
you bring up guys that Brian Reynolds could coach as being a veteran. I mean, the Pirates could be a team in a year or two.
Yep.
If they develop their guys right and not ship them off for for trades.
And
Right.
it seems like they won't trade Skeens for anything, like at all.
For
No, I
anything.
think I think Skeen
and it
sees
seems
like
that's the
Bubba
right
just
move.
Bubba.
That's the right
It's
move.
like,
Yeah.
and Bubba's a big guy. I don't know if you guys ever seen Bubba Chandler, but he's a huge kid.
He seems like a small kid, but he's way bigger in person. I would say.
Yeah, yeah, but he's got a 100 mile per hour fastball.
Yep.
We've seen that at Crochet coming in the league, and we doubted him because in the being in the White Sox, but then we put him in the Red Sox, and bam, Crochet's just out there now.
Yeah.
So Bubba Chandler could do the same.
Organization helps.
Yep. Pirates know how to develop pitchers. You can just put it that way. Their pitching is what's their strong suit this year, I would say.
So for the final question is more of a wild one, just because how where start we are. Do you guys have a World Series favorite?
Is it just the Dodgers and that's it? I mean I would still say the Dodgers. I know their offense hasn't been amazing, but they've still been winning games with their
Like
offense.
that's what I
being
mean.
not
Like I think
amazing.
everybody has
Yeah.
Dodgers as a three-peat, but
Yeah.
who else? If the Dodgers don't get this, who do you think has the second best chance?
Yankees have a solid shot. Like
Okay. I'll need to watch the NL for a few more weeks before I can believe that any team this season is going to beat them in a 7-game series.
bingo.
Right now, I don't believe that. I put the Dodgers ahead of everybody.
No, that's what I'm saying. Everybody arguably has the Dodgers, but there's got to be the AL. Someone from the AL's got to represent.
Yeah, I think some AL team can probably beat them in the World Series, but not. I don't see anyone in the NL beating them, but the AL, yes.
In the World Series, anything can happen.
Yeah.
I believe that.
World Series. Yep, definitely. Yep.
That I believe. I do believe.
Is it-
Like Yankees, I think if the chips fall right, the Yankees could beat them in the World Series for sure.
Because they can match up pitching wise, then it just comes down to the lineup. So
Yeah,
You
they
know,
can beat them.
Comes down to Aaron Judge hitting balls.
exactly.
I'll say this, and this would be the wild pick because it's April Fool's too, but still. But if the Rangers starting five can stay healthy all year, I can
the
see
Rangers
this
starting
team.
five is nasty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You keep the Rangers starting five good all season, they have potential of getting another championship just a few years out.
I think they're a team right now. I would say that no one wants to face.
Yeah.
If they can hit consistently for the rest of the season and stay healthy rotation wise, Mackenzie Gore, has a healthy and consistent season because last year he was healthy, but he fell off like bad at the All-Star break. So,
and I'm gonna say it, even though he was the big man to help them kind of get the World Series, basically. But losing Garcia, I think that helped the Rangers. I think he was.
I think it did. I think
what happened was they won that World Series. Garcia just got his head blown up, and it just ruined the season after that, and it just went into the clubhouse. And so,
though I do agree with that, I do like him going to Philly for a reset. I think he could.
Yeah, it's a good reset.
Somewhat resurgent season. Yeah.
Yeah, but it just you needed that guy. There's been guys in every clubhouse. They just get him. He's good for one good year, and then some reason he just gets his head clouded, and he's a shitty season, and they need to get rid of him to clear that clubhouse again.
Exactly. And I really like the Nimmo for Simeon trade they did. Like that helps their offense a lot.
I love Simeon. I liked him as a J. I liked him as a Ranger, but I just never seen the fit there.
Yeah.
He just kind of rided the coattail with everybody else.
Yeah.
They were having a historic season in 24, right?
I mean, he had a first few good years with the Rangers, but ever since that World Series, he's been awful.
Yeah, it's the World Series that kind of pushed him
What would
down.
their 5-man rotation be? Evaldi,
DeGrom,
and who's their fifth? Lots.
It's Rocker right now, but they have Lats who can be a starter too.
Okay.
Kumar Rocker. So yeah, they're giving him a shot. but they
Yeah.
have 6 starters. So
Yeah, you got Jack Letter, Cody Bradford, Mackenzie Gore,
is Bradford
Valdi.
still
Well,
hurt? I believe
yeah,
he is,
he's
right?
likely a fifth starter when he comes
Okay.
back.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If you have all these 5 guys, pitch all year, it'd be
The thing
phenomenal.
is, like you brought up health with them. They're gonna have to carry the load for that pitching staff because their bullpen is weak.
Yeah, that's why I was saying the starting 5. You
So
have to focus on that because one of their 5 go, their rotation behind them is not going to. And what are
yeah,
the
and their
Rangers going to
bullpen.
do? They'll do what they've always done in history, where they'll have a bad start and they'll trade somebody, and it's going to fuck the
Yeah.
season up
Yeah.
because they're going to have to fix that rotation.
Yep.
Nimmo
Because they
fits
don't have
good in
anybody
line.
really in. They don't really have anybody in AAA right now that's in
Andrew
the top
Kutcher.
100. So.
Yeah, and their bullpen is it's a mess.
That's why Detroit has come up because they had a great depth. Chicago's going to start. The White Sox have been going up because they're depth. So teams that have a good depth. Miami is an example. Miami's a great example actually because they have they develop players for everybody else. We know that you guys
Bingo.
shipped out half your talent.
Yep.
But
And talking about the Marlins, I know Sandy had an amazing game, and he's been pitching great the first 2. If he keeps on pitching like this, Peter Bendix is gonna have his phone ringing at the deadline. Like
yeah,
last year, if Sandy's pitched like he could, he would have been gone.
he was one guy
So
we were talking about last year, Vince. We kept talking about Sandy being traded, but he just wasn't getting traded. If he does a phenomenal year this year for Miami,
if he
this
keeps
is the year they move
this,
him.
he's not gonna pitch like he has all season. Like he's not just gonna keep on going 6 scoreless every game.
Yeah,
But if he gives quality starts every game out until the trade deadline, I would most likely guarantee he's gone.
I would
pitched
say
a
before
complete
I
game
wouldn't want him
off
to be
the
gone, but he
pitches.
probably will be.
I was gonna say early that he's gonna be gone. If he pitches well, he'll be gone early because someone's gonna need that June push, not the July push.
Mhm.
So they'll go after him then
I can see that too.
while he's hot.
Yeah.
But that's only if the Marlins are down. If the Marlins stay the way they are right now, winning 2 out of 3,
I think they're sustainable, but it's then they'll go through some bigger tests because it's obviously just the White Sox and Rockies. So
yeah. I mean, compared to the Rockies, I could play for the Rockies right now and be the best player.
hey man, one thing I've been hearing out there is like you see the Marlins cupcake schedule. They've lost 1 game. The Blue Jays lost a series to the Rockies, and the Marlins, pretty much made easy work of them. So what does that say?
Yeah.
The Blue Jays haven't looked great this season.
No, they haven't, and they have big rotation questions.
Yeah, they have huge rotation questions right now.
They have not looked like the team from last year at all.
Their offense
That's what I was telling you
carry a
before
load.
when we were talking about before the season started. I was like, Trey Savage, all these guys, they're not going to look the same. They're not riding that same comeback behind mentality. They're just fresh again. So that whole streak is gone for them.
They got Bichette out of the lineup now, and that's a major producer on the offensive side.
I mean,
let me ask you. I brought this up to you the other day, Cove. How the Mets moved him to third base.
Yeah.
He's
his 1-14 start.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
It's for a person who has played that sport as long as I have and have switched positions. I have seen that happen with me. I would see my average drop by moving a position because it's not only just the position, it's also where they're placing him in the lineup too. He's not hitting in the same position he was hitting at before. That's going to
clarify. He's hitting somewhat in the same place as Toronto, or no?
No, I think they have him like a little higher than where Toronto.
They have him higher. Okay,
they have him higher. So like he's like a 3.45. They have him in a 4.56 ratio.
Okay.
So someone is getting the hit before him, so it's just affecting him. We've seen this with certain players. Certain players, they're in a 4 position, they're horrible, but you move them down to a 2 and it works. They just got to find where with this lineup with the Mets. We've talked about the Mets being the team that where they can be really hot and then fall apart by June. It's because that management is going to not know where to put Bo Bichette for hitting, and it's going to
It'll
screw
be
them up.
interesting to see
The position, I think he can learn it. He is a shortstop by nature, so like he has that quick glove, so he could play it. He's just got to play it for a little bit. But the batting is going to affect him because of where he's sitting in the rotation.
Yeah, I think he's a guy that there's this slow start. I think he'll pick it up throughout the year.
Yeah, he'll definitely.
As he
I'm not saying
learns
like
third
a
base,
goal.
he's gonna
It's
pick
not
it
going
up
to be
his
a
hitting.
Gold Glove third base
Yeah.
first season in.
Yeah, he's so it's tough to say. It's really tough to say how he'll do defensively. Like he could. Me personally, I don't see any reason why he was moved there.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that Lindor is their shortstop, Marcus Semien is their second baseman. So
Well,
you
I'll
just
give you
put
guys a
Bichette at
fun
third.
fact if you know it or not. But do you remember do you guys know who Brian Wilson is?
I've heard that name. Yes,
Brian Wilson.
Yeah,
I think I've heard that name.
The
Fear
name's
the Beard.
familiar, but
Fear the Beard,
Shoot.
2012
Fear the Beard.
Giants.
Yeah.
Do you know
doesn't
what
ring a bell.
his main position was before closing?
I do not.
He
No.
played for the Dodgers and he was third baseman
Wow.
Really?
before the beard. Yeah, he was a third
That's
baseman.
crazy. That's wild.
So just by that, you had a guy who played third baseman who became almost arguably one of the greatest closers in World Series, and he was a third baseman beforehand. So it can happen. Some players do have the natural talent to switch the position and be phenomenal in it. It's just with time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, for sure.
right.
I
Okay,
mean,
well,
look, Bo, average defender at shortstop. I just don't see that working out at third. I hope and I don't because it's the Mets, but like,
No.
it's tough.
But I'll
It's
quickly
tough. It's
give you
tough.
this one though. I played short for 13 years. I moved to third. I didn't see really a transition. My
Right,
glove was
right.
just the same, just as quick. So I never see a problem with that.
I mean, his glove can
actually
be
like
fine. What was his main problem at short? Was it his arm or his range? Because
I
you
think
need
it
a
was
better
his,
arm to play third.
Yeah, but I think it was his range. I think he's got the arm, but when he's pulling back and firing the first, he's overshooting it or undershooting it because the range. Putting him at third gives him a little more range to throw back and get that toss in.
Okay.
So I think that's what they're looking
that
at.
should make him
I can say that for me because I used to whip the ball so fast when I was younger that they moved me to third because it hurt the first baseman less because my range could throw further. But I was kind of short because of where I wasn't short.
Yeah.
And it's also who he's going to clash against at second baseman. You got Bo Bichette going against who? And trying to replace
Marcus Semien. Exactly.
Yeah. So they know each other. Those both have Blue Jay pass. So you just don't want to put them together too. Either.
I feel like for Bo, the best fit for him would have been in Philadelphia. It really would have. He could play second base and be their everyday second baseman, and he would have been much better off defensively.
Oh yeah, he would have. But I mean, I don't know how well he would play with Trey Turner though. That's the thing.
I do get that. Yeah.
You gotta look at your second in short as like a battery position, like a pitcher versus catcher. They gotta work well together.
I get that. I mean, they could have done either Trey or Bo at second also. So I mean, and Trey has improved defensively. Like last year, his defense was much better. So
yeah, so come around. We could talk about this today and be this way, and in 6 months we can be like, oh my god, Bo Bichette's amazing at third base. Like
I don't think he'll be amazing. I think with what you've said, I think he'll just end up being average at third base.
Yeah, he'll just be average. He's not a Gold Glove. It's just he's not going to be a Gold Glove.
Bingo.
Silver against the Angels. Short time.
What's up?
What are the minor chances against the Angels?
Against the Angels,
Yep.
I think they should win that series. I would say.
Who's
Yeah, I
playing the
would
Angels?
say the
Are
Mariners.
the Angels a team that like they seem like they've played okay to start the season. Now
They have. They
we're
have.
five,
Yeah,
6
they
games in.
the
Is
Angels
this a
I've
team that
kind
might
of
like
talked about, but
what's going
like
on there? Something good or
it's
Mike Trout resurgence.
Mike Trout
That's
resurgence. He's back to where he naturally wants to be, but
yeah.
they also brought in a lot of veterans. They
Yep.
got rid of a lot of the rookie and their incapable way of playing, and they brought a lot of veterans into
Yep.
that organization. So it's getting everybody's head where it's supposed to.
And Jose Soriano has been really good on the mound too. So
Yeah.
okay?
So instead of going
Yeah.
after hot young talent, they're going after mid-level guys and veterans to come in and just kind of coach these young guys how to play over there.
One thing I will say with the Angels, Jorge Soler, I think he could have a big year. Because he kind of has like every other year he's good, and he was bad last year, so he could have a good year this year.
Oh my god, I would definitely would love to see it Angels versus Dodgers World Series for Trout to go out like that.
That would be awesome. That would.
Imagine Trout beating Shohei in the World Series.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
I mean, that would just be
Never
revenge for
the
the
Dodgers,
they
they lose
can't.
that series.
We got that with USA versus Japan last World Baseball Classic. We
Yeah.
need that again. We need the Angels. We need Mike Trout somewheres against Shohei in a World Series.
Yep. And not just for one at bat. Like,
Yeah,
imagine. Wow.
the Yankees should try to snag him up, try to get Trout over there.
I mean, he pops off for the first half of the year. That might be someone that the Angels sell. Just knowing them.
Yeah, they'll sell him, but I mean, that'd be crazy if like Mike Trout ends up in like Kansas City. Like that would be insane.
Wow. Him and Bobby.
Or
that would be
like we had talked about, get him into Philly, like the rumors have been talking about for years,
Right.
and Philly's able to take out the Dodgers with
Right.
Mike Trout.
Right.
Philly needs to do something different. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
They do.
Yeah,
They do.
You bring in Mike Trout, you're gonna have Shohei going, oh shit, Mike's in my league now and playing against me. So it's gonna be a competition, and you probably will see Mike and Shohei going off against each other as many times as they play each other. But we'd have to have the league be okay with giving Mike Trout to Philly.
Okay. So we maybe like for next week, because it's almost that time of day, as you guys know.
Yeah.
For next week, should we possibly work up some like mock draft, or some mock trade stuff for like MLB? Is it too early to start doing that?
I think we
Never
should
too
wait
early.
till
Some guys
a
get
little
traded
bit.
off real. You seen like Dylan Cease getting traded within days of the league. Like people can be traded off real easy and real quick if the teams are really looking.
Yeah.
So you go, okay, Philly's 3-3 right now, right? Next week they become 3-9. It's like, whoa, what's happening with Philly?
Yeah.
Could be possible.
I mean, next week could be a good time for that. I mean, some teams are either gonna start off, mediocre, bad, or great.
Yeah, we're gonna get the 12-2 teams, and we're gonna see like the separation a little bit. Do the Dodgers stay strong? Do the Marlins stay strong? Does Houston keep a hold with Texas a game behind them? Right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what we do next week. When we reconvene next week and get into the MLB side of things, then we'll rehash this out. But let's start thinking about that. Like, just start keeping that idea in your heads, like trade ideas and stuff that we can start bringing to the table. Just ideas that we might have and want to just discuss on the show. And this can be an ongoing thing this season.
NFL. When's the NFL draft? Isn't that right around the corner too?
3 weeks?
Yeah,
we're talking about.
We're like two shows away. Like we'll be doing the show live before the draft. The
NFL draft.
Awesome. Okay.
The 24th or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
we should
perfect.
start. We should start doing some mocks. Why not?
Mock NFL draft next week.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
I'm all
So we'll
for
talk
it.
about that in the group chat. And then we'll be back next week. So guys, tune in next week for the mock drafts.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Next week, Vinny's Corner.
Yeah,
Have a good night, though.
Vinny,
Yes, sir.
I need the Steelers to drop the quarterback for sure because I do not want all that Rodgers on my QB again, bro.
All right, we'll talk, man.
Oh,
You guys
boy.
have a good evening.
You too.